As we said before, LO2 has to do with the presentation of graphs and charts and analysis of statistical results based on descriptive statistics. I have uploaded this material on Moodle for you to have access and start doing it. But before you do this, make sure that you have read all the materials that I have told you on Moodle. Now, let's go to the practice assessment. Question 1. A new fashion retailer wishes to check how its two new stores are performing. One is based in Glasgow West End and the other one on South Side. The stores have sent a table with their sales in £1,000 to the headquarters over the last month. We have two sets of data. We have sales for the West End store and sales for the South Side store. In this video, I'm just going to go through point A and B. Point A. For the West End store, calculate the minimum value, maximum value, median, mode, lower quartile, upper quartile, and semi-interquartile range. Let's see how that works. I have transferred the data and made them into tables for both stores into the Excel. Let's go and see point A. We need to calculate first of all the min and the max. The min and the max show us the range of a data set. To do this, I insert a function equals min from which data set? From the West End store. I go and select all the table. It should return the min. Maximum, I do the same. Now, I have found the range for the sales of the West End store. The next thing that the question asks is to do the median. The median is the middle value of a data set, as you should know by now. In order to find the middle value, we should put our data into order. We don't need to do that in this specific question because we have the function, but you need to remember that the median is the middle value of a data set which has been put into ascending or descending order. Now, to find the median equals median, and again we select all of our data from the West End store. Same for the mode. You select this mode, and you select again the data. Now the mode is a bit different than the median because it shows the most frequently appearing value in our dataset. And finally, we have the quartiles. The quartiles break our dataset in 4 parts as per the median. Now, the lower quartile, or if you want under the lower quartile, lie 25% of the values. And the way to find this is this, equals quartile. I go and select my data, comma, and which one do I want? I want the first quartile. I select the first quartile, or you can just press 1 and then enter. I know the median, but I can calculate it again using quartiles. My array, my data set, comma, and my median, and then my upper quartile equals quartile again. I select the correct equation, the correct formula, sorry. My array, my sales for the West End store, comma, and the third quartile, or just put 3. This information here represents descriptive statistics and the central tendency of a dataset, the typical values of the dataset. It is very, very similar to what we're going to see in point B and point C and D for the average or for constructing the box plot and so on. The only thing I want to remember for now is that these represent descriptive statistics and they are measures of central tendency or typical values, for example, the median and the mode. The other category of statistics that we are going to be covering is measures of dispersion. So the spread of the values of a data set, any data set, from its typical value, either the median, the mode, or the average, the mean. The first one we are going to check in this assessment is the semi-interquartile range. The semi-interquartile range, as you saw in the materials, is the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, and I need to put a parenthesis there, divided by 2. This semi-interquartile range shows how spread are our data as per the median. How far around are the rest of the values in this data set from the median, which is 4.95. The higher the number, the further away they are. Now that answers question A. Let's go to question B. We need to produce a box plot for the manager of the Western store to illustrate the data for the store. The box plot, as we know, represents information for the median and the quartiles. So it's a graphical representation of the quartiles. The first thing you need to do is take your data and copy them in a single row. Take every row from the table that I have created and putting them in a single row. Again and again and again until the data finishes. I do not select the empty cells. There is no point at this stage. And when I do that, I select them all. And remember, I sort them because if I'm talking about descriptive statistics as per the median, or if I'm talking about measures of central tendencies such as the median, in order to find the median, we need to put them into an order. I'm going to put them in an ascending order right now, from the smallest to the highest. To do that, I select them all and I go to sort and filter. And then I do custom sort. Sort by row 26, as you see, cell values smallest to largest. And I press OK. And as you can see, if you have selected them all, then you have from the lowest to the highest. To make the box plot, I select my data, all of my data that are in this order, and I go to insert, box and whisker. And as you can see the box and whisker right here, but it's not complete yet. First of all, I need to add the title. To add this, forget about this, I just go and select the title, and I say box plot for sales. First and store. I also need to change my vertical axis. To do that, I double click and I make sure that the minimum and the maximum are the ones I've got. Not 0 and 14, but 1, not 125 as we had before, but 2 and 12. And now the box plot becomes a bit more professionally presented. And that is point A and point B.